How you doing? And thanks for watching. This is George at Wicked Warnings, your #1 source for construction and emergency safety and strobe lighting equipment for cars, trucks, vans, buses, SUVs, bicycles, tricycles, and everything else. As you can see here, we've got a real pretty 2019 Ford F-250 Super Duty. Now, this is the upper trim level Lariat, so it does have the LED package. Not all Lariats have this, but this one does have the LED headlights as well as the LED taillights. The LED taillights are very common in the Lariat trim line, but the headlights are not. So this is a nice Lariat. As you can see here, we're running a couple of different products. We have our Wicked Warnings auto flasher doing the C-ring around the headlights. And back by popular demand, I've also used the auto flasher on the amber front signal light to get an alternating amber, you can see there. We've got two of our Razor LED strobe lights in the grille right below the hood. We're also running our auto flasher module on the white forward-facing mirror lights and the roof lights, as well as some lighting around back. Now, if you're interested in any of these products, please look in the video description or at the little infographic on the upper right-hand corner of this video. Should probably be showing up right about here, and you can click and get links to all of these products. Just to give you an idea what it will look like with the parking lights on, as you can see, those C-rings have a lower intensity brightness for parking mode. So what you're going to get there now is a bright, dim flash with any of the parking lights on the vehicle activated. Still very visible, very unique. There's a little bit better off-axis shot where you can really see that headlight. And now I'll turn off the parking lights and show you what that looks like. So there you go. That's how you can get it without the parking lights. As you can see, we've alternated the front turn signals with the C-rings in the X pattern everybody is so popularly choosing. You can see a little reflection there in the badges. We have our ThinX LIN series in each side badge. Here you can see the side badge there. We elected a very fast alternating full flash amber white. That particular light head, the ThinX LIN series, has a lot of flash patterns as well as many split patterns where the light will split the color in half on the light and alternate colors back and forth. Another one of the features that many of our lights have, including this ThinX LIN series, is our flood mode. We have an additional wire that anytime power is activated by it, and you can see we also have used that feature in our auto flasher module on the mirror lights. When you activate power to that additional wire, the light will steady burn white. Here you can see we've also tied that flood wire from the Razors into that same circuit. This truck is switched via two switches, one for flashing, one for flood. Very simple. And we didn't flood everything, only certain lights. Obviously, we would have no need to flood the roof light, and we elected to leave the C-ring off of the flood mode. But if you like to flood the C-ring, you could with the auto flasher module, and it would steady white the same as the Razor next to it. Now, you do not need to have the flashing on to use flood. As you can see, if you simply needed more light, you can turn on the flood mode and have none of the flashing action happening either. Both features work independent of each other. However, the flood will always override the flashing. Here you can see a little bit in the back. We've got some flood mode going on back there. I'll show you shortly. And as I pan left, you can see the flood mode in the mirror and the badge light right there as well. Okay, let me spin it around and show you what we did around the back. Alrighty, around the back we've got quite a bit happening here, but it is very tastefully done. You can see our ThinX LIN series in the badge there, pointed backwards. Underneath the tailgate, we're using the very same light, only we're only activating the amber warning. With our ThinX LIN series, you can choose to flash amber, flash white, flash amber and white, as we're doing in the side badges, all while still having that flood mode. So because we have the auto flasher module already flashing those white reverse lights, we wanted to add some amber only. So what we've done is, because this truck is not a dual rear wheel, it is not required to have those three red lights that are normally mounted right above the rear license plate. So there's a factory plastic blank there that every truck that's ever made in this series has, and you can attach your ThinX LIN right to that plastic. and it's a very simple, very easy mount, and allows you to get some good amber right there and use an auto flasher if you happen to have the LED reverse tail lights like this truck. Now, to be more specific about what I mean by LED taillights, obviously the headlights are very easy to tell, but we get asked a lot about the taillights. As you can see on this taillight, it has the LED ring around it that kind of matches the front headlight, where the non-LED taillights do not have that. Also, in this taillight, you cannot physically look in there and see a light bulb. And if you take the taillight off, there is no light bulb on the back. But if you look in the non-LED taillight, you can actually see the light bulb on the top and the bottom, where this one is all reflector and LED panel. So that's an easy way to tell whether or not you have the LED. The other way is to simply put the truck in reverse, and you'll be able to see if you have these crisp white reverse lights or if you have a more incandescent, yellower looking reverse. And you will need the LED taillights to run this auto flasher module. Otherwise, you'll need to run a hideaway. You can see we also have the auto flasher module running the cargo light circuit. It is flashing the light above the bed as well as the keyhole light on the tailgate. You can grab that circuit very easily in the cab of the truck with our auto flasher module, and that's what you end up with. Now, you can, if you wanted to get into the third brake light, split up that third brake light because it does have a camera, and I have more detailed videos about this in our auto flasher section. But you can either wig-wag that third brake light left, right, or you can flash it simultaneous the way we do. We prefer to flash it simultaneously because it has a better output and it is more visible this way. When you split it up, it's not as visible. Now, when flood is activated, as you can see, not only does it flood the fender badge light up front, as we showed earlier, but it's also hooked up to flood the auto flasher module on the reverse lights, as well as those Thin-X LIN series amber white underneath the tailgate. We elected not to flood the cargo light because we didn't want to lose all warning in the rear. So, as I said, you can use flood independent, you can use it with or without the warning, but I didn't want to leave the vehicle completely warningless when flood mode was on. So we left the cargo light alone. That way, if he happens to be using flood and his flashers, he has at least some coverage in the rear, and as I showed you in the front, plenty of coverage in the front. Here's a quick shot of our Thin-X in the badge there. Here's a shot of how I mounted the Thin-X onto that plastic panel. As I said earlier, every truck has this panel. Unless you're dual rear wheel, then you'll have 3 DOT red lights there, and I don't believe these will fit then. Inside, as I said, kept it very easy. Right here, aux 1 flash, aux 2 flood. We could have used aux 5 and 6 if we wanted key off activation, but this customer did not. So, thanks again for watching Wicked Warnings, your #1 source for construction and emergency safety strobe lighting and equipment. Make sure to check the link in the description for all the parts to this video. We'll see you on the next one.